Hi guys, I'm Creative Monique and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be creating with the Chalk Couture Club Couture for May 2025, and this is called Workshop. In this kit, you're going to get your surface, which is this metallic gray surface, and then you're going to get the transfer. And you're going to get 2 packets of paste, one in papaya and one in espresso. And I already have I have the jars, so I'm going to just use the jars of the paste that I have already. And if I don't have that color, then I'm going to use the single paste packets. The 2 paste colors that come in the kit is papaya and espresso, but I'm going to add 2 colors. I'm going to add vanilla and colonial blue. So I'm giving my paste a good stir. And when I'm opening a paste single, which is what the single packs or the little packs that you see are called, I cut them from the bottom. That way I don't cut the color off, the name of the color off. So I cut them to the bottom, and then when I'm done with it, I just, roll that up real good and tight. And right now I'm fuzzing my transfer, and you do this so it won't stick to your surface. You put a little bit of lint on it so it won't stick to your surface. So I'm going to paint my surface using the colonial blue. And I'm just trying to get the surface covered really well. So I'm going to do multiple coats, and I'm going to dry this first coat, and then I'm going to come back with a second coat. And I use most of the paste in this packet, but only because I'm doing the background. If you're just chalking the transfer, you don't need that much paste at all. But since I'm using it on my background as well, I'm gonna use the whole pack of colonial blue. So I'm covering it really well. I want it covered really well, and so now I'm gonna dry this layer. And actually the layer is almost dry, even without using the dryer to dry it. It dries really quick, and it was a little warm in here, so it was really dry before I even used the dryer. So now I'm just kind of cleaning up my area a little, and I'm gonna come back now with the espresso, and I'm going to get my edges, and I'm gonna rust it up. I want it to look like a rusted metal sign, so I'm gonna take the espresso and I'm gonna just catch the edges and get the inside, just to kind of make it look a little rusty, like it's been hanging up on the wall in a shop for eons, and it's gotten dirty and rusty. Okay, so here I'm going to I put the transfer on, and I'm trying to get out the air bubbles. Want to make sure that I got all the air bubbles out, and I'm gonna start chalking first with the vanilla, and I'm gonna do the chalk and peel method, because you don't want your chalk paste to dry in the stencil, because then it's really hard to get out. So if you chalk it and then peel it up and then just lay it back down for the next color. So I'm only doing the open 24 hours in a little washer in the vanilla. So now I'm putting the transfer back down, and I'm going to come back on top of that with the papaya. And I'm going to actually, again, I'm going to do the bottom part of the sign, then I'm going to pull it up because I don't want my paste to dry in my stencil because that can ruin it. And then if I see, like here, I saw an area that didn't have any paste, you can just put it back down, paste it, and then lift it up, which is what I'm doing. So, and I'm gonna come back again and catch another spot that I see that doesn't have any any paste, and I'm gonna finish pasting the rest of the project with the papaya. Trying my best not to go into the white area. And look how good that looks, guys. So it looks really good. So at this point, I'm going to come back on the edges, and I'm going to rest it up a little bit more, because it's an old hanging sign, so it's hanging in a workshop somewhere, so it needs to look like it's, it's been around for a bit. So, and I'm gonna come on top of that vanilla and add a little bit of the espresso to kind of dirty it up some. And so, while that is drying, I'm going to clean up my area. I'm going to close up my paste because you don't want it to leave it open so it dries out. So I'm going to clean up my area in the background, and I'll be right back. Okay, so guys, this is the finished product, and I love it. Girl, you did good. You did good. I was a little nervous. Okay, so when I first started and I was putting the blue on there, um, I was a little nervous because it was looking a little, it was looking a little weird, and I didn't know how the surface was taking the chalk. But I am I always have to get on myself about perfection, like not trying to be perfect, just keep it moving. So it, it took a lot for me to just like keep going and like trust the process, right? Trust the process. And I should know this by now, but I still get a little nervous. So I was a little nervous when I was putting the blue on. And but when I was putting the espresso on, which is the brown, I knew that it most of that was going to get covered up, and the whole purpose of it was for it to look um rustic, rusty, old, like it was a sign hanging up in an auto shop somewhere or something, a workshop, and it was gonna look a little, rusted. So I knew that. So I wasn't worried about that part. It was just the blue that had me a little nervous. And when I come back on top with the vanilla and the papaya, I was all good, and it came out looking fabulous. And I got nervous again when I was kind of rusting up the edges. As you can tell over here, I got a little heavy-handed, and so I had to fix it. I had to fix it because I did get a little heavy-handed, so I had to kind of compensate, come over in other spots, and and make it a little heavier than I had it. Um, and I came in and I put some of the espresso on top of the vanilla because I couldn't let that stay pristine and white, because everything else about the sign couldn't be rusty and rustic looking, and this part, the lightest part, was still, crisp and clean. So I had to dirty it up, but I had to be a little careful because I didn't want to overdo it like I did over here. So, but I think the balance is good. I really liked, I really, really like it. Like, seriously, I was a little apprehensive about this month's club because I was like, maybe not my favorite, but guys, like it came out just looking wonderful. Now I have to decide if I'm gonna keep it for myself or give it to my husband for the garage, like for his workspace. So I don't know. You know what? It might have to stay in here for a little while, and then when I'm done with it, I can give it to him. Okay, so now they didn't give me anything in the kit. Nothing comes in the club in the envelope to hang this with. So I found a roll of wired jute that I had in my stash. And so I'm gonna use that. I cut a piece of it and I'm gonna just um, feed it through these holes here. And so I don't know if I want to. Okay, so let's do it this way. Let me see if I like it this way. And then get this end this way. And I think this really brings out, really does bring it out. So, oh my goodness, guys, I love it. I love it. And it hangs by the jute wire. Okay, so don't you guys like it? So this is the Chalk Couture Club Couture for May of 2025, and it is called Workshop. And if you guys are interested in signing up for Club Couture, it I'll have the link below. And what it is every month you get an envelope of DIY goodness in your mailbox for you to create wonderful things. So it comes with a surface which is this, and then the transfer, and it comes with um, paste or ink. If the surface that you receive is fabric, then you're going to get ink. If the surface that you receive is anything other than fabric, then you're going to get chalk paste. So, and it's like $22 a month, which is a steal because you can create the same project over and over. And every time you do it, you can change it and do something different with it. So, yeah, I'll have the link below if you're interested in signing up for Chalk Couture's Club Couture. Like I say, every month is something different. So, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the project. If you like what you saw, leave me a comment below and hit the like button. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, like, what are you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button so you'll and hit that bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. So, yeah, that's all I have for today. So, until next time, you guys have an awesome day and I'll see you soon. Bye.